With a friendship lasting longer than 20 years and one successful ER, they decided to do it again. Owners Brad and Shaun of Unity Escape Rooms have expanded their existing ER and brought it to Rancho Cucamonga. With everything they knew and learned from their first location in Redlands, they have created another 4 amazing games to share with their customers. Find out how they expanded right here on Find Your Escape. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Find Your Escape. I am your host, Amanda Contreras, and I am with a repeat owner. I love it when I do this. Brad from Unity Escapes. You guys have a new location.
Yes, we do. It's in Rancho Cucamonga.
Rancho Cucamonga.
11810 Sebastian Way. We're right behind Quake Stadium. Not hard to find. I mean, maybe
Super.
it is. If you try to GPS it, you'll end up somewhere funny. But just make sure you're looking at the numbers on the building because we get that quite a bit.
Right. Okay. So Unity Escape Rooms. Now, we did your other, I think you guys had 3 rooms or 4 rooms.
In Redlands, we had 4
In Redlands. Rooms. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So now we're over at Rancho Cucamonga, and you guys opened when?
We opened about 5 months ago. We opened with 3 rooms to start.
Okay. And then tell me about each of your rooms because, oh, you know what? Before you do that, give me a reminder of who you are, how you got started, and why you chose to expand, and why you chose Rancho Cucamonga.
Okay, so again, we started when I did my first escape room in Maui, me and my family, and I've been in construction so long. I said, you know what, I could do this because I've been an electrician and I've seen everything built and I'm pretty good at building things. So I reached out to my buddy Shaun, who's actually a programmer. So I figured we'd be a good match because I could do all the building and getting things going, and he can do all of the IT side, which is websites and pages and stuff like that. So we're pretty good fit when it comes to that. So we got that going in Redlands. We pulled out a loan, just started going. Just one day I contacted him. He was like, yeah, let's do it. And we pulled out a loan and we were off. We went. So we started building. We started with our temple and our cabin. And that lasted about 3 months. And then we expanded to the wizard room. And then from the wizard room, I still had more space. And then I made my infection room over in Redlands. So I have those 4 rooms there. Cabin is always the number 1 room because it's scary. You got jump scares in it. It's dominating all my other rooms by far, almost by double.
That's awesome. Okay, so tell me about your other rooms.
Okay, so at this location, at Redlands, I had the temple, which was my Indiana Jones from Indiana Jones 1. Here I have Tomb of the Pharaoh, which is an expansion from the temple, and you're now going into Indiana Jones 2 in the movie. You have to start out outside of the tomb. You're actually sand on the floor. It's in a desert setting. You're trying to gain access to the tomb to secure a staff that has magical powers. And hopefully you've seen Indiana Jones and can kind of pick up on some of the wordage in the room and some of the things you actually do in the room is part of the movie.
Wow, super cool. Okay.
Yeah. So it's also Dr. Ford in that room, so obvious reasons. So that is actually my hardest room that we have built yet. It has a 38% pass rate as of now.
Okay.
Yeah,
awesome.
It's not. We didn't design it that way to be hard, but come to find out, it's a pretty difficult room. Then the next room we have here is Kitchen Nightmare.
Oh my God! How fun! Okay.
It is a mob. It's a mob kitchen. So you're in a mob diner. The mob boss had some people killed in the dining area, but the shooters left some evidence. So he's called upon you. You're his family. You have to go in, gain access to the dining area, collect the evidence, and get out before the police come. So that way he's not incriminated. So it's a really fun room. That one's a pretty hard room too. It's at a 43 or 40% pass rate as well. Again, we've only been open 5 months. We haven't had a ton of groups run through here yet to bump those numbers up. But as of now, that's where they're at. And then my last room I have here is called Person of Interest. So you're in a detective's office. You're helping a detective. She's hunting a serial killer, but your job is to find out who the serial killer is going to kill next and the location they're going to be killed.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Yeah, so you're not actually helping the detective find the serial killer. You're finding the next victim.
And then how many people are allowed in each of your rooms? Because I know in your other location it was up to 8, right?
Yeah, that location's up to 8 for a private room. We go as many as 10 or 12, depending on if you have kids or whatnot, you know. And we have kid prices, so it kind of varies. I know when I bring my 7-year-old, he doesn't take up a lot of space in the room with me, so I don't really count them as half. So you can have up to 10 in the Redlands, but over here we have 8. 8 is about max for all my rooms. I've had a couple more than that uh, in person of interest, maybe kitchen, but tomb is definitely just 8. It'll be just 2 packed in there.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Do you find that a lot of people ask you to get more people in the rooms? I mean, do you find it beneficial? Because I know, like for us, people always ask, and we really try to stay within our realm just because we want them to have fun versus like cram them in like sardines.
I want everybody to participate, and if it's any more than 8, see, here at Unity, we make sure it's not a linear room. There's always 2 or 3 ways to start every room. So you can break up into 2 and 3 groups off the start of every room we have, and you will find something to do and you'll work together. So if we go more than 8 people, then I'm going to see people when I'm watching standing in the corner with their arm crossed, not doing anything. And to me, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people to be, you know, working together and trying to accomplish the goal in the room. So when they say they have 10 or 12 people, I'm going to request them to break up into 2 groups of 6, and I'll lock each room for them. So that way it's their own rooms. And then I, challenge them to race each other. It's always a good incentive to
Yeah,
race.
of course. And
So,
you don't want anyone paying $30 for an hour to stand there either.
Yeah, we do $30 for adult, and then we do $20 for kids from 13 to 10, and then $10 from 10 to about 7, and then pretty much 5 and under is free.
Yeah.
But then again, I know when I have littler kids in the room, they're kind of a distraction to the parents. So here at this location, when they got kids, littler kids, I tell them to do the Tomb of the Pharaoh, because there's bones on the ground and sand on the ground, and they'll play and entertain themselves while you're actually doing the escape room.
Even though it's hard. Right.
Yeah, but we're always there to help you. And I know you've done a lot of escape rooms. I've done a lot of escape rooms. I'm not stubborn. I ask for a hint. So that if I'm working on something for 5 minutes plus, it's time for a hint. I'd rather beat the room with 4 hints than not beat the room. I'd rather see the whole experience than not. But there's prideful people out there that won't do it.
Yeah, have you just actually touch on that for a while? Because I'm really trying to do something a little bit new this season and kind of touch on a couple different things of, maybe owners have issues with or problems. So any advice or things that you've seen for people that have that will not ask for a hint or think that they can definitely solve the room without hints? What?
Every room is able to beat without hints, because when I beta test, I'll bring my friends from Escape Plan or my friends from Containment or Breaking Point right down the street from me. I'll bring them in here and they'll beat my rooms with no hints. So I know it's possible. Now, when beginners come, I'm going to tell them off the bat, and it just depends on you get a feel for the people in the lobby, how they're going to act. And I'll ask them, do you guys want me to just kind of give you a nudge every now and then when I feel you've been stuck too long? And most beginner groups just say yes because they don't want to ask for the hint. So about every 5 to 7 minutes, if they haven't progressed, I'll kind of just give them a little nudge to point them in the right direction.
So now, do you guys have the same website? Is it unityescaperooms.com, yes, and then you can choose which location?
Yes. It's the same website. When you go on there, it'll be book now, and then each room will have actual location. So when you click on the cabin, it'll say Redlands. And then when you click the book, it'll say Redlands. If you go to the next one, like let's say you pick persons of interest, it'll say Rancho Cucamonga. Kind of had that miscommunication in the beginning, so we made sure we put it in bold letters everywhere, so that way they knew.
So. Okay, so Unity Escape Rooms with an S, right?
.com, yes.
.com, and your phone number one more time?
Is 1-877-33-UNITY.
Oh, is that different than the last phone number?
No, we just actually use the numbers.
Oh, yeah, because remember last time we had to put a thing on the floor for you to remember? Yeah, you remembered it this time.
Yeah, because we couldn't remember it. It's easier to remember this way. So.
Awesome. Okay, Brad, thank you so much. Thank you for your wife for being patient for all of our conversation in the background. I appreciate you guys. I love the fact that you guys expanded. It's super awesome. I cannot wait to come play your rooms. Guys, that was it for today. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time. Brad, say goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Thank you.